Welcome back. My guest is the head coach of the second-ranked Texas Longhorns. They are coming off a very impressive 41-14 win over Oklahoma State. I am joined by Mack Brown. Welcome back, Mack. Nice to have you. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Jim. Hope you're doing great as well.
I am, Mack. Thank you very much. You're coming off that big win over Oklahoma State. You jumped up to number 2 in the BCS standings. It is setting up very nicely. I would imagine right about now you've got to be feeling pretty happy about where you're sitting.
Jim, we are. We're really in a position that we wanted to be when the season started. We divide our season up into 3 different sections. We have kind of the non-conference in the first 4 games, a tough conference stretch in the middle 4, and then here at the end, it's kind of strange. We moved Texas Tech up to the front of the year. We've got Central Florida this week, then finish at Baylor, Kansas at home, and then go to Texas A&M. So we're trying to restart our season now and make sure that we don't get mentally tired like we did last year, and we can end the season with great energy.
You know, Mack, that is unusual. Typically, you do not schedule out a conference late in the season like this, whereas others do that pretty frequently. Are you at all concerned about a letdown?
I'm really not with this team. We've got tremendous senior leadership. They've bought in. They've really taken over this football team from inside, and I'm really excited about watching them play Saturday. It's unique. It's 11 o'clock in the morning Central Time. It's a game that we played in 2007 against Central Florida, who played us off our feet, really. It was a 35-32 game. But this bunch is different, Jim. They're excited about the way they need to finish, and they're really motivating within.
Mack, Oklahoma State was supposed to be that last significant test. I understand you've got a lot of work ahead of you, but that was going to be the last big test, and in the end, it was anything but that. How did it all come together for your squad that day?
Our guys were ready to play. We're a much better football team now than we were even 3 weeks ago when we played Oklahoma, Jim. We've still got a lot of work to do, but we're hitting on all cylinders because we can score with all 3 phases. Our defense is scoring, our kicking game has been scoring, and our offense is just now getting where we thought it would be at the start of the season. And Oklahoma State, as good as they are, we were able to force some turnovers early in the game and get them one-dimensional. And they're much better when they can run it and throw it and stay balanced, and they couldn't do that when we jumped out to the big lead at halftime.
You know, Mack, big turnovers, in fact. You go back exactly 1 year when Texas Tech got you, and it was a tough game for the secondary. Your secondary came up huge against Oklahoma State. Do you think that some of those guys back there exercise some demons?
I really do. But bless their hearts when Curtis Brown and Earl Thomas on the last play of the game let a great player in Crabtree get away from them and score the 1 second left on the clock, last play of the game that supposedly kept us out of the BCS and the conference championship, and then the dropped interception by Blake Gideon. Those plays had been talked about so much. We're hoping now that the great interceptions that occurred last week by all 3 of those guys, 2 of them which scored touchdowns, we'll put that as a distant memory now from the Tech game last year.
So those guys are clear. Mack, did you reconcile all of what happened last year long ago, or are there moments where you're still haunted by that?
What we've learned to do, Jim, is you will never forget that, because that game, not those plays, but that game cost us a chance to play for the conference championship. Therefore, probably dearly cost Colt McCoy a chance to win the Heisman last year because we had 1 less exposure. And then it cost us a chance, hopefully, to have played for the national championship. And for your seniors, that's just something that doesn't come up nearly enough. It would have been twice in 4 years. So what we've done is we've talked about it. We were very factual about it. We'll never forget it, but we have moved forward from it.
Mack, any concern that you just played your best football game?
No, not at all. We've got so many things we can fix. We played a great half at Missouri 2 weeks ago. We played a great half at Oklahoma State. We haven't near played our best game yet, and that's the exciting thing about this team for me, Jim, and for us, is that this team has so many things they can do that we're just on the cutting edge of right now.
Mack, talk about Colt McCoy for a second. You know, he came off an amazing year. He had a great year, and his point was, I can do better, I can play better. Do you think that he has played as well this year as he did last year?
He has, under different circumstances. A lot of the guys changed on offense. When your receivers are different, it takes you a while to get used to them, get your timing down. So most of his interceptions have been tip balls or poor routes that were run, and he's handled that very well. Last year, he was also very healthy throughout the year. He's had the flu 2 games this year. He was banged up another game. But the numbers that I think are most important, Jim, he's 3 away from being the winningest quarterback in college football history over David Green. He's also sitting here at 8-0, getting ready to be 9-0 if we can play well against Central Florida this weekend. And our seniors have won 21 of the last 22 ball games. So his numbers are where they need to be. I think we're saying he's having an off year and he's completing 72%.
I guess you'll take that. Hey, Mac, what do you make of the Big 12? They've been banged up on that side, and there certainly have been some injuries. But, wow, what's going on over there in the North?
I'm not sure across the board. We had so many great quarterbacks last year and a lot of seniors. And I think we've had 5 different quarterbacks play at different schools already because of injuries or young guys that might have been benched. So last year was the year of the offense in the Big 12, Jim. It looks like this year it's the year of the defense. And last year we had our tiebreaker issue. It looks like it could come down to the North where the old tiebreaker in the Big 12 comes out again.
The old UT controlling its own fate this time around. Mac, I appreciate the visit. As always, thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Thanks for having me on.
Mac, it's great to have you back. Remember, you can check out Jim Rome is Burning each weekday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on ESPN. I will see you then.